welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's practice is all about bringing some mindfulness and relaxation and calm into our day. Just coming to a comfortable seat, however that looks like for you, crossing out the legs. And whenever you're ready, coming to close down your eyes. Finding length in the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Pulling the chest forward, opening up that heart space. And just bringing your awareness now to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Might even feel nice to inhale through your nose. And open the mouth and let out a big sighing exhale. One more of those, inhaling. And exhale out. And after your exhale, gently coming to open your eyes. And staying in our seated position, we're going to take a few breaths and bring in the arms. So as we inhale, lifting the arms above head, bringing the hands together at the top, and slowly exhale, bringing them down. Breathing in, taking the arms up, maybe even lifting the gaze to follow the hands. And exhale, bringing the gaze back down. Continuing with a few more of these at your own pace, at your own breath. Not feeling any need to rush. You're already here. Just taking your time. And one more round, breathing in. And breathing out, bringing the arms down. Now grounding that right hand into the floor. And as we inhale, lift the left arm up above head, keeping that arm in line with the ear. And then taking it over to the right side. Opening up through the chest here, so maybe even taking the gaze towards the armpit. Big inhale. And exhale over to the other side. Reaching those fingertips towards the left. Keeping that arm active. Stretching out through the side ribs here. Especially if you're a side sleeper, this stretch will feel really, really nice and opening. And again, working with our breath. So as we inhale, taking the arm up. And as we exhale, we're bending more into that right side. Seeing if we can lengthen from that left hip all the way through to the left fingertips. Finding length in the side body. And exhale over to the other side. Finding length in that right side body now. Grounding that right hip towards the floor. Reaching those right fingertips. And exhale, bringing the arms down. We're going to take a few hip circles, but seated ones here. It's a really nice way to begin to massage out our spine, especially if we spend a lot of time sitting, or if at the moment you've just been laying down a lot, or even just if you find yourself sleeping in a bit of a funny position. So bringing the hands to the knees. And then beginning to inhale, we're going to pull the chest forward. And as we exhale, rounding through the back, tucking the chin towards the chest. Inhale, circling forward, and exhaling, rounding the back. Working with your breath, inhaling, exhaling. And whatever pace you're going at here, see if you can just go just 10% slower. Really encouraging ourselves to slow down. We can often feel like we're needing to rush to go here and rushing to do what's next, but we're never really present to where we actually are. So bringing our attention back to our breath and back into our body is such a nice way to ground our mind into the present moment. And then we're going to take it to the other side now. As we inhale, taking the chest forward. Exhale, rounding through the back. Nice and slow. Waking up the back body here, massaging out the spine. And even feeling like we're getting to those little spots that we might feel tension within our hips. And after your next exhale, bring yourself back to center so the chest is above the hips and our head is above our shoulders. And just taking the right hand to the left knee and taking the left arm behind to the floor for an easy seated twist here. So you're not wanting to kind of jolt yourself, it's really just gently just moving and twisting here. Taking the gaze just to the left side or maybe even towards over your left shoulder. Continuing to breathe. Nice. And taking it over to the other side. Left hand over right knee now. Taking that right hand back. Maybe even noticing that one side might feel a bit more open than the other. And that's totally normal. Bringing your focus back to your breath, noticing if you've started to hold your breath. And coming back to center. We're going to move now onto our knees and hands. So coming into tabletop here. Making sure that our fingers are spread out nice and wide. Our wrists are in line with our shoulders and our knees are in line with our hips here. You can either just have your feet flat or tuck the toes in. It's really just whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we're just taking a few hip circles here. So again, working with the breath as we inhale, moving forward, exhale, moving back. It's kind of up to you how big or small you want your circles to be here. Noticing where you're holding tension within the hips. Maybe you want to keep doing the circles, or maybe you found a spot that you're like, yeah, that's the spot. And maybe holding that pose there. And then taking your hip circles to the opposite side. Bringing in that mindfulness into these shapes. Continuing to breathe. And then coming to find stillness in the tabletop flat back. And we're going to move into some cat-cows. So dropping the belly, and we're taking our gaze up towards the ceiling or just in front of us. And as we exhale, rounding through the back, taking the gaze through the back of the legs. Inhale, drop the belly, pull that chest forward. And exhale, rounding through the back. Again, going at your own pace with your breath. Noticing what might come up. Allowing yourself to breathe through the discomfort. Inhaling, dropping the belly, exhaling, rounding the back. And after your next exhale, we're just taking the hips all the way over to the back right side, walking our fingertips towards the left. For a nice side stretch here from the hip. Keep breathing. We're here for one more breath. Coming back to center, taking the hips over to the left side now. Walking those fingertips towards the right corner of your mat. Feeling that stretch from the left hip crease all the way up through to the left fingertips. Taking an inhale and big breath out. Coming now to sit on your hips. We're going to interlace our hands behind our back, pulling it down towards the ground. Roll those shoulder blades together and take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Feeling that big opening here at our chest space. And then keeping our hands where they are, bringing the chin towards chest. Feeling the opening in the front part of our chest, but now also through the back of our neck. Allowing the head to be heavy, finding length in the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a breath in, and big exhale out. Coming now into child's pose, let's bring our big toes together, taking the knees out wide, taking the hips towards the back of your heels, walking those fingertips forward, and then putting your head on the ground, or if it's a bit uncomfortable having the head towards the floor, maybe even making a pillow with your hands so then your forehead can rest. Just allowing your breath to come back to its normal pace here in this resting pose. The hips are moving towards the back of the heels. One more round of breath. And then slowly making your way to a seated position. Just as we started, in your comfortable seat, coming to close down the eyes. Sitting up nice and tall, softening at the shoulders, Just letting your hands rest onto your thighs. Just noticing how you're feeling in this moment, in your body, in the room that you're in. Perhaps noticing how you felt before our practice. And then allowing yourself to feel how you are now after our practice. After spending this moment taking care of yourself, filling your cup, we're just going to end our class today with 3 breaths. So we're inhaling through our nose, holding for a second, opening our mouth and letting out a big sighing exhale. So just let me show you inhaling, filling up the belly, holding the breath here, and then exhaling out. And with that exhale, just letting your body completely relax and soften. So let out your exhale. Take a big breath in. Hold at the top. Open mouth exhale. 2 more of these, inhaling. Hold, exhale. Allowing yourself to guide this last breath, inhaling. And whenever you're ready, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope that it has helped you to feel just a little bit better, a little bit more like yourself. Hope you guys have a good day or evening or whatever time you're practicing, and I'll see you on our next video.